Hi. So, your dog thought they were going to make friends with the skunk. And the skunk says, nope, not having it. And we all know what happened. The skunk goes like this. And your dog learned real fast that skunks aren't nice. What are we going to do now? Hi, I'm Miss Jenny with Miss Jenny's Cleaning. And we're going to talk about what to do if your dog gets sprayed by a skunk. Now, this is not pleasant for anybody. Guaranteed your dog is not going to be happy. And of course, you're not happy because your dog stinks and you don't want him bringing all that into your house. And you can't hug and love on him like you would like to. So we're going to talk about what to do right now to unskunkify your dog. Now, the things that I'm going to recommend to you, I got this information from the American Kennel Club, so I think it's a pretty reliable source. One of the things that they say is that tomato juice, which we all have heard of, rinsing your dog off with tomato juice, really isn't that reliable, and that makes sense to me because what you're relying on is the acid from the tomatoes to neutralize that skunk smell, and tomato juice is only, a small portion of the acid that's going to neutralize the skunk smell. So what they recommend doing is, first of all, check your dog's eyes, because more than likely, since they're probably putting their face down right next to the skunk or as close to the skunk as they can, and the way skunks work, they aim for the face. They want to get that spray into the eyes of who they perceive as a threat to them. So it's very possible that your dog has skunk spray in their eyes. So you want to try to rinse their eyes out with water to get as much of that as possible out, because their eyes are probably burning and sore. Then what they recommend, mixing this formula, and I'll put the recipe down in the comments below so that you'll have it, hopefully never, but just in case, is 1 quart of peroxide, and it's a quart, so you may have to buy several bottles. And it's the peroxide, it's 3% peroxide that you would get in a pharmacy through medical peroxide, not the peroxide that you would buy at the beauty supply store. That kind of peroxide is too strong. You don't want that. You want medicinal grade peroxide, okay? So 1 quart of peroxide, 1/4 of a teaspoon of baking soda, we like baking soda, and 1 teaspoon of dishwashing detergent. And you mix all this together, and then you're going to apply this to your dog through their fur. I would recommend that you try to wet their fur. This is after you've rinsed their eyes. Wet their fur, and then put the solution onto them and try to lather it up. You may have to do it a couple times depending on how badly they were sprayed. Doing it around their face may be difficult. I know in times when I've had to wash my pets' faces, I've used a washcloth, so it doesn't really get into their eyes, but that method doesn't really saturate their skin or their fur either. So, but that's what I would do, is try to rub it into their face, because that's probably where most of the skunk spray has gone to. So you probably have to do that twice, then rinse them off, and then just shampoo them with your regular pet shampoo. Now for you, because this is a dirty job, I recommend that you wear gloves, rubber gloves, while you're washing your pet, because you're going to be putting your hands into this nasty skunk spray. Also, you know how dogs are, you get them wet, the first thing they do is going to shake off, so that's going to be coming out of their fur and onto your clothing. Your clothes are going to get smelly too. But basically that's it. It's that solution with the peroxide and the baking soda and a little dish detergent, and then follow that with the pet shampoo. If for some reason you don't have all these products and you absolutely have to, you could use some diluted vinegar, and it's not as effective as the recipe that I mentioned, but it, in a pinch, it's got a higher acid content than tomato juice. And a couple little other little things with the solution, and some safety tips and just some helpful hints. You want to work quickly with the peroxide solution, because peroxide will or could lighten your dog's fur. So I guess if you have a white dog, it may make them bright and shiny, but if your dog has a dark colored fur, you know, it'd be like sun in on your dog. You don't want them to turn orange. So there's that. Once you have used all of your solution, or not used all of your solution, but once you've continued, you know, finished washing your dog with the solution, you have to throw that away. You can't store it. It's a volatile, unstable chemical. Peroxide. It is constantly reactive, so if you try to keep it in a sealed container, it could explode. So it's not something that you can keep mixed up on hand just in case of an emergency. So there's two helpful tips. On the plus side, this is one of those experiences that if it happens to your dog, it's probably only going to happen once. Most dogs, once they've been sprayed by a skunk, they learn they're never going to mess with another skunk again. So it shouldn't happen too often unless you have a lot of dogs or you have a lot of skunks. I'm, again, Miss Jenny. Thank you so much for watching my video. If you have any questions, please put them in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, and if you liked the video, give me a thumbs up. Thanks a lot. Have a great day.